This is a question sent by somebody in England, and it is that a non-Muslim Islamic historian writes, after the Battle of the Ditch in 627, the Jews of the Banu Qurayza were denounced as traitors who had consorted with the Meccans. As was common in Arab practice, the men were massacred, the women and children were spared but enslaved. Could Hazur please elaborate on the reasons and justification for this massacre?
This is the teaching of the Bible. And when Muhammad asked the leaders, would they like me to decide, this was the address, would they like me to decide according to Torah, or would they like me to decide according to the custom, or would they like to me to decide according to my Sharia? So they did not trust the Sharia of Islam. They did not trust the custom either, because then they thought the representatives may try to cheat us. So they said the case should be decided according to the teaching of Torah. And this is the teaching of Torah. So whatever cruelty, if they call it cruelty, was perpetrated, it was perpetrated by the Bible, not by Rasulullah sallam.
Hazur had asked Momina to remind him about the jackfruit in Bangladesh, the story about the jackfruit in Bangladesh.
I've already spoken.
Yes, but the one in Bangladesh, I think there was a story.
That's right.
Which was
that
related to
story.
Yes.
Sorry. You have a very sharp memory, eh? Incidentally, I mentioned this jackfruit. It's called jackfruit?
Yes.
Cuttle?
Uh-huh.
Right. You see, the story is that through some superstition, which is very popular superstition in Bangladesh, they believe that if you carry a cuttle, a jackfruit, from one place to the other, on the thing which is carrying will have some problem with it. If it is a rickshaw, the rickshaw will go kaput. If it is the train, there will be something wrong with the train. If you are doing on bicycle, there will be something happening to bicycle. So this is their tradition, superstition. But once I had a very strange experience which almost made me believe in the superstition if I was superstitious myself. But it so happened, the fact is that my cousin, Mirza Zafar Ahmed Saab, found me going to a certain town where the kettles were famous. They're supposed to be the best kettles in the whole of Bangladesh. So he was very fond of kettle. So he told me that please bring some kettle for me. And he didn't tell me the superstition anyway. So when we went to the place, we bought a kettle, and there was one person by the name of Shamsullah, I think, who was accompanying me and assisting me. So he had the kettle with him and he put it on the rickshaw. The rickshaw driver said, look here, this is kettle and something will happen to us. He said, no, it's impossible, nothing will happen. And after a while, there was something wrong with the rickshaw and it came to a standstill. So we were greatly troubled, and the rickshaw driver was calling him names and saying, look here, this is what I said, you didn't believe. So we took another, I don't remember if this was taxi or something else. I hired another thing, another mode of travel, and went to the railway. And as we reached the railway station, that thing also went wrong. So again the same row between him and Shamsullah Sahib. And he said, no, it's wrong, this with that. So he paid him some extra money for repairing the thing, and we went to this railway. And as we entered the compartment, everybody started sniffing, And because I was foreign to them, out of respect for perhaps to me, they didn't raise any objection. It was night time. So the train was moving along smoothly, there was nothing wrong. And suddenly at about midnight, the train came to a halt. Everybody looked. Then they were very angry. And they almost attacked the Shamsul Sahib, but spared me. And so anyhow he was saved by defending himself like that. And we found out what happened. So the pin which is attached to one of the wheels of the engine, with which this rod which moves like this is attached. The pin had broken loose, and unfortunately they had no spare pin, and it was midnight. So we saw a crowd of railway employees and other passengers with their torches looking for the pin, and they went about a mile or so until fortunately the pin was discovered. So they came back and repaired the loss, and we started again. Thank God no further accident took place, and we reached Dhaka safely. But from there, when we went to Zafar's house, the taxi again became kaput. It was amazing how it could happen. So I gave it to him. At last, I said, never ask me to do anything for you. Not in Bangladesh. See, have you ever heard such a strange story before? See?